Hello, today we are doing Zappa Black Page number 1 and 2. The requester said, the guest drummer here is Terry Bozzio, a true pioneer in the world of melodic drumming, this time with his shirt on. This is Frank's son, Dweezil's band, Zappa Plays Zappa, also featuring guest guitar god Steve Vai. Frank wrote the Black Page number 1 as a drum solo. Fun fact, Frank started out as a drummer, and after Bozzio mastered it, Frank decided to finish the song, and that became the Black Page number 2. Dweezil has been playing his dad's music on the road since 2006, with a rotating lineup of former Zappa alumni and many new musicians. He has performed over 300 of Frank's compositions in concert. This is from 2008. All right, let's go. I've done about 10 Zappas so far, so this will be a little different.
Heard the Black Page number 1, the drum solo. Now it is time for us to play the Black Page number 2. This requires a special guest to enter the stage. Please welcome the Italian virtuoso himself, Steve Vai.
So it's very impressive. I think the guitarist is very good. The melody, it reminds me of a lot of the other Zappa things. Is it the same melody from a different one? I don't know. Could be because it's the do 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 do, just the way it like weaves up and down, the size of the intervals, the tempo changes, the I don't know. It sounds like Zappa. Like I'm ready to be quizzed on that. Play that for me and I'd be like, it's Zappa. I like it. Lately I've been thinking a lot about, life's really short and you have to cut things out of your life that like this is more about like people, like toxic people, okay? Um, there's this guy who found me from my Bob Seger reaction. And then he subscribed and he joined, which is nice. But then he's been harassing me every time a video has come out. He's like, you promised to do more Bob Seger. And I keep explaining to this man that my videos are recorded 3 weeks in advance, typically, from when they come out publicly. So if I recorded a Bob Seger reaction that he saw, it was recorded like 3 to 4 weeks ago. And so if he's requested another Bob Seger reaction, that's going to take about 3 to 4 weeks to come out, right? So because of the stuff coming out in the cycle, he thinks that I'm neglecting his request. But no, it's just that the things are coming out on a cycle that like whatever was recorded 3 weeks ago, the next day it comes out and it comes out, it comes out, it comes out. The point is, I'm not going to deal with toxic people like that, okay? He's like, I'm going to cancel. I'm like, good. I don't want you. I don't want your blood money. I don't want your membership. But the point is, no, I don't dislike Zappa to that level. I don't dislike it even. I don't know if it brings me joy. Because you have to ask yourself, like, what does this make me feel? Does it make me happy? Does it make my soul soar? Does it make me feel like inspired? I'd say that Zappa makes me feel like intellectual. Like it makes me feel smart because when I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh my God, I understand. Like I'm enlightened. I'm educated. I feel like when I listen to Zappa, I'm getting educated. Like, wow, I didn't know you could do that with music. Or like, wow, how creative. But it's very intellectual. I don't have any emotional response to it. I don't feel like, oh, and that's the moment I fell in love. Or like, that's the moment I like remembered this memory from my childhood. And perhaps if Zappa was something you listened to in your formative years, or if you have some kind of emotional connection to it from like love or your family, maybe it has that for you. But right now, it doesn't. Because I look at it as I feel like I have my music education hat on when I listen to it. Like I'm like my music school hat, right? And so I'm like analyzing it and I'm like, okay, it's really good. It's very well done. Zappa's a genius. Like those things are all true. But it's like, it's almost too stimulating because it's so, like so much is going on. I mean, think about it. First we have like a drum solo that has like 4 kits or something. I don't even know. I lost track of all the drummers. Then when this guitar solo guy comes out, there's so many people in this band. There's like a synthesizer, there's a bass, there's a different guitarist, there's still the multiple percussionist people. I see a saxophone. I just see so much going on. And it's a little bit, to be honest, because I've been opening up about my neurodiversity lately, it's a bit overstimulating for me. It's like when I go into a really loud bar and people are talking and because I'm so auditory, I kind of like shut down. So it's like to take in Zappa it's actually a bit, no, I'm not going to use the word taxing. I'm going to say that it's challenging, which isn't bad because sometimes being challenged, like I said, I feel intellectually stimulated. So I think if I want to feel like inspired or like, wow, that is so artsy and unique and wow, humans can really create cool stuff, right? I think that's what it does. But it's not going to have me like reminisce on like lost love or I don't even know if I'd put this on to clean, because I think it'd be kind of distracting to me because it's something you really just have to focus on. So that's my analysis. I don't dislike it at all. I like it, but it stimulates an intellectual part of my brain and not an emotional part of my brain. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave that. Now, I've enjoyed getting to know Zappa because I feel like it was a missing part of my musical education. And I feel like my music school was like this. But I also want you to understand that in my music school, when I was around all these, like, they're a bit pretentious, honestly, because our theory teachers were all composers. And so they were all talking about their inspirations and then they're talking about their own compositions. And and then I felt like they would like talk to us as if like we should know all these things, yet we were like 18 years old. It's like, oh, of course, in 1962, and of course you know about that sim. It's like, no, I don't actually. That's why I'm here in school. So I always felt like I didn't know something and I should know it. The way they talked as if I should somehow know that, like as if somehow when I was 10 years old, I should have been listening to these 20th century American composers as if like and I didn't. I wasn't. I just grew up in a house with a lot of Beethoven, and Mozart and Chopin and Rachmaninoff, but I was not listening to like the 20th century people. And I felt like they were always like lecturing me on that. And I don't know. So then when I listen to this, it's as if like they put it on and we're like, oh, well, of course you know Zappa, right? And sometimes I feel like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? But I think it's okay. I guess my point is, like, look, I've done 15 Zappa videos. And some I like a lot more than others. Some I don't think I've hated any of it. I never was like, oh my God, that's cacophony. It's terrible. Some of it was cacophonous on purpose for artistic reasons, but none of it was like, oh my God, I can't stand that, right? I have the ear for it because, like I said, I was trained in these like 20th century, like even atonal music. So I didn't find it shocking. I just think I don't know, it's fine. I don't hate it. I like it. But again, it makes me intellectual. It doesn't make me feel like a sense of like, the only thing I feel prideful about is that I'm from this American tradition of composers. It makes me feel proud that I'm an American because Frank Zappa was American and like how cool that we influenced music like this. So that makes me feel proud because I do think it's good. Again, I don't know when I would ever listen to this. I'm not going to dance to it. I'm not going to clean to it. I'm not going to put it on at a party. So really the medium for me to do this is my YouTube channel, which is fine because that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn. But when you do give me stuff like this, it makes me a little student. Okay. It makes me like feel like I'm like a student and I'm like, wow, I'm learning. Okay. So that's fine. But I'm going to be completely honest. I think from now on, like, and I've been trying to be very authentic, but I think sometimes I hold back because generally, sometimes people are not able to take like honest feedback. So I'm not ever, I don't ever think, I think, but I do because of my philosophy. I think different people can connect to different things, right? So for some people, this might be the most inspirational, like, this is the thing that got me through my divorce, or this is the song I listened to while I was writing my PhD thesis or something. And I just, so like, I'm sure these songs can mean something to you, and that's wonderful. And I support that for everybody. But that doesn't mean I'm suddenly going to like be like, oh my God. Now, what I do like about this video is I like that I found out that Frank Zappa has a son who performs his music. So that I really enjoyed to learn because I had no idea. So yeah, I liked it. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, it's Zappa, you know? So yeah, the guitar guy was good, whoever the F he is. But again, my brain also works in a way that people's names in one ear, out the other. I don't have this memory for like facts like that. Like I don't remember football players. I don't remember like guitarists. I just something my brain just does not care about. Like it's so not in my brain's priority of all the other things I have to keep track of. It just has no, it's like, is this essential for your survival? My brain's like, no. So it just doesn't, like, I have to remember like how to put on my makeup properly, how to take care of my children, how to make a good, how to bake bread, like how to bake chocolate chip cookies. I remember those recipes by memory, but I don't remember the names of like famous guitarists and stuff like that. That's why I like you guys, because you guys typically do, because you're like, music's your thing. So, anyway, that's my reaction. It's honest. I don't dislike it. I just think it's very intellectual. When I listen to it, I just feel like very like studious and like I have to pay attention and like, but I'm not like, wow, I'm gonna like write a book now. I'm so inspired. I'm gonna write a poem. All right. But I have more Zappa coming. I'm still gonna do Zappa. I maybe will even find one day that I go, oh my God, I'm gonna just listen to that and cry 17 times and reflect upon my life. All right. So I like it. I've learned a lot and I still feel like I'm dumb, I guess. I guess Zappa just makes me feel stupid. Not really. Like, I kind of get it. I get it. I get it. And I know what he's doing. So I'm like, it's always the same type of melodies. Not always the same, but a lot of them to me sound very similar in terms of his intervals and his directions of his melodies and the rhythms of the melodies. Some of them, they kind of sound Zappian. Okay? Which is fine. Mozart sounds like Mozart. Beethoven sounds like Beethoven. It's fine. I like his sound. But yeah, that sounded similar, and the main thing that was different, that it was not played by him, it was played by his son, and that there's a drum solo. So whatever. You may not like it, but I don't lie. I'm real. I'm not one of those fake reactors that just takes money and then is like, oh my God, that's the most amazing thing I ever did. If you guys want me to lie like that and like pump up your egos, I'm gonna need a lot more than $20. I'll do that for money. I'll be like, oh my God, you are so amazing. Not for 20. For 20, I'm just gonna give you my 10 cents. My 10 cents. I'm half joking. I enjoy it. I feel like very intellectual. So I have another Zappa coming. Ruth is sleeping. Ooh, a solo piano. That I'm gonna like because I really liked the solo piano one. Okay, that one I'm gonna like. I already know because I liked the solo piano one that I heard before because I know piano really well. Great. Well, remember, I still love your reactions. And look at my reactions are honest. That's why I'm me. That's why I'm doing this. I'm learning. But that one makes me feel like a student. Sometimes I listen to the songs from the 70s and I'm like, wow, what a good song, And I just feel like I get it and I don't have to like think so much. Zappa's like too smart for me. That's the thing. I just, at least I know what he's doing. I'm glad I went to music school for 4 years and then got a master's in vocal pedagogy to have any sort of idea of what he's doing. And I just want to know, does the common person understand it or they just kind of like how it sounds overall, like high level? Because for me, I'm like too ingrained in all the instruments to like separate from that. Okay, love you all. Bye.